So I hope you guys can hear me okay, because apparently the people in my community think I want to hear their Spanish music also in my house. So let's just pray the sound goes okay. I just wanted to make a quick video actually about bipolar and just mental illness. Anyway, I had some confirmations recently from this video I saw by Dr. Malidoma. So I'm actually going to link the video below, so don't worry. But it's confirmation that what I know mental illness to be and what it has been for me, everything from, you know, me being labeled bipolar and having hallucinations, and just all the things I speak about on my mental health playlist, just brought a lot of confirmation for me recently. And so I just want to talk about some of those things. The reason why, especially in the United States, if you were unfortunate enough to be born here, Dr. Malidoma Somé basically said that how we deal with mental illness here and how it's dealt with in his community, which the Dagara people, like I said, I'm going to list this below so that you can know exactly what culture I'm talking about. So the way their culture deals with mental illness and how Western culture deals with mental illness is literally like a complete, like, we're over here at 0 and they're at 10. Like, it is a completely different mode of viewing illness. According to them, any kind of form of like mental illness is a sign that a healer is trying to be born, basically. And, you know, it's celebrated. It's a good thing. It's a sign that there's two energies trying to merge within the same body. This is how he words it. And that, you know, he tells a story about what he saw when he came finally to America and was inside of a mental hospital, and that he basically saw a whole bunch of healers trying to be born. And I was just like, you know, this is confirming just so much, especially relating to why I've always felt like I do not belong here. Like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like this inherent, like, I don't belong in this culture. Like, there is nothing about this culture, the way it operates, that resonates with me and the way I am and the things I feel like I'm called here to do. It doesn't resonate with me at all. So he explained that mental disorders are basically spiritual emergencies. You know, he basically used the term spiritual emergencies, and it's a lot of the times there's a spirit trying to get a message through this person's body from the other realms. You see what I'm saying? I hope I'm looking at the correct, I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking, y'all. Please bear with me. I'm not used to filming with this landscape. Anyway, there's a spirit from the other realm trying to communicate a message. And so if you don't have a guide or someone that knows how to help you balance these energies within your body, it can become impossible and very difficult to deal with the society, especially if you're raised, again, if you live in fucking the United States. The way people are treated who have schizophrenia, how they're treated here, is totally different from how someone who has schizophrenia would be treated in the Dagara tribe or in certain parts of Africa in this culture. And so, you know, this oversensitivity that I've experienced from birth, you know, like what I even talk about this in my addiction playlist as being one of the triggers for addiction. for a lot of people, but you're trying to numb this hypersensitivity to your environment. And this is where smoking comes from. This is where drug use comes from. This is where all of these things come from. We are bombarded. We are overly bombarded in the United States with stimulation from everywhere. I mean, city life is just no way for, especially if you're an overly sensitive person, it's no way for you to live. You know what I'm saying? Is this music getting louder? Speaking of overstimulation, do you see what I'm saying? I'm about to call 311 because this is about to get shut down. I mean, like, they have their speakers on the sidewalk. Like, this is the club. They're smoking hookah. Like, I gotta shut this down. But anyway, I digress. Sorry if you hear all this extra in the background. But it's overstimulation. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't understand what's going on with you or why you're having these symptoms, it can be a very, very hellish experience to deal with and try to cope. Like, right now, this is highly stressful for me. You know what I mean? Having to deal with somebody's loud ass music on the sidewalk, like that can make me snap. It has made me snap a few times. You know what I mean? And so we've been removed, you know, from our original, you know, he speaks a lot about our ancestral lineage and how we've been removed from just the ancestral practices and rituals, and we've been removed from so much, and it's leaving a lot of us feeling purposeless. You know, for my whole life I felt purposeless, but I'm coming into more of an understanding of what I'm supposed to be doing here and how I will be able to get along in this artificial construct that I don't resonate with at all. You know, if it's literally like asking a fish to survive out of water. It's that extreme. Okay. Basically Western culture, it's like, okay, we don't know what to do with you, so we're just going to medicate you and throw you in a room. That's basically it. You know, and I just really want whoever's watching this to know that this illness that, you know, they want to label us with, you know, I've always known that. I'm not the one who's sick here. I can clearly see it's my environment that is the issue. Okay? And so, you know, moving forward, I just want to speak about mental illness from this context and from this perspective, because like I said, I've always inherently felt that, like, there's something wrong here. Like, I know I've been placed in this environment for a reason, but like, I know I don't belong. I know this is not native to me. This is not the environment I'm supposed to be living in. You know, even with like the hallucinations, I've always known that this is not something that I should be trying to take medication for. These messages I receive is not something that should be medicated. You know, I speak about this in one of my videos. When I was taking psychiatric medication, which was for a very short period of time, I am so thankful to God that I woke up to that is not the answer. Okay, it literally felt like a whole section of my brain was shut off to me. I mean, if you are a highly sensitive person, some people say HSP for short, you can, it's like you sense and feel everything around you to the point where it is unbearable. And so I can feel when things change within my body. I can feel when energy changes around me. I can feel when someone's mood changes. I can literally hear a pin drop across the street. This is why I had so much trouble sleeping my whole life, is because I hear every fucking thing. I sense everything. If there's movement outside of my room, like, and so, you know, that's where anxiety and stuff comes from too also. But it's like, we have to begin moving in a more holistic direction with understanding how we are to overcome, you know, and be able to survive in this artificial construct. You know, all of us can't just have an exodus. Do you hear this? Okay, I'm about to have to end this because, like, I can't. You know, I definitely am planning, you know, I know the United States isn't, I'm not going to be here forever. But until then, I will need to make that connection, you know, to the ancestral wisdom, you know, to help. We need to start connecting back to that if we are to survive this type of environment. Like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that I'm finally having some clarity and just some things on what to do and how to connect. Like right now, I've been burning a candle for 3 days straight already. This is a part of my reconnecting and letting my ancestral lineage and all of those who have come before me, including my mom, you know, like letting them know that, listen, it's time now. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this here by myself, and I can't do it here by myself. Up to this point, I know there's very literally another energy or spirit that follows me, that's guiding me and helping me navigate this fucking terrain. You know what I mean? And so leave a message in the comments. Let me know if you suffer from any kind of a mental illness and what it's like for you. And how does this message even sound to you? Because it's always made sense to me, and I'm just glad that I have someone who is bringing some real confirmation to me that there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. It is this fucking sick-ass artificial construct created by beings that's a whole other video, y'all, okay? Please check out Dr. Somay's videos. He has a lot of wisdom to offer. I will be buying his book. I created a new Instagram page. I've uploaded some content, but it will be for me to do live streams since I don't have 1,000 subs yet, and like YouTube is kind of, I can't live stream until I get 1,000 subscribers. So whatever, I'm going to be live streaming on that page. It's going to be a safe space for us. It's private. Please follow the instructions in order to be added. Trust me, I'm doing all this for a reason. You know what I mean? There's so many artificial just agents and bots and everything attacking people's Instagrams, and just, I'm over it. Okay, so if you want to be added to the page, follow the instructions, especially if I don't know you. Anyway, that'll be the message for today. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? Just know that, you know, we're all basically healing each other. You know what I mean? So I don't want there to be this like hierarchy of like, oh, I'm a healer, and like, you know, everybody else is like, no, like that's a very, people like to get caught up in titles, but my whole point of this video is to let people know that have these mental illnesses that you're basically a healer in crisis, trying to be born, trying to express your gifts. You're trying to bring messages in from etheric realms. And I remember telling my dad recently, like, it's like I'm seeing everything at the same time. That's overwhelming. And no, like, you will not be able to function in this artificial society with the way your brain is operating. And medication is very literally only making that worse. It's not allowing that spirit, which is your purpose, to merge with you. This is why it's like life becomes more difficult for you the longer you're trying to fight against that. Like, I'm not fighting against my purpose here no more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I'm going to end this because, like I said, I got to call the police because they are getting out of hand with this music, and I'm not even about to do this today. Okay? Anyway, y'all leave a comment below. Please subscribe and add my new Instagram page. I will link it below. It's called A New Day. Get it? A New Day, but spelling is kind of different.